It is Indiana in the Morning, presented by First Commonwealth Bank here on AM 1160 WCCS 101.1 FM. Brad Gotshall is with us this morning, Indiana Borough Manager. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Todd. Thanks for having me.
Well, it's good to have you back in the studio. Wanted to get you in here pretty quickly because a lot of towns are dealing in Indiana County with flood issues. Center Township, White Township, they've both been talking about it this week, and others, of course, are as well. Indiana Borough talking about flood damage as well. And we had Milt Lady in yesterday, and Milt was talking about some of the requirements for White Township, and I wanted to get Indiana Borough's take on it. I know that you have put out the message to folks that if they have flood damage, got to get that reported.
Absolutely. Yeah. We have forms available, Todd, that ask a whole slew of questions in regard to the flooding event that we had. The county is seeking some information from municipalities around just to see what kind of damage was done and really where we can go from here. Mm-hmm. So we do have those available. What
have you heard from Indiana Borough residents?
A lot of damage. Unfortunately, a lot of our residents have sustained damage to their basement areas. A lot of just items that they had to throw away, they no longer can keep. Of course, they have to remodel their basements, and it's just so devastating. As we drove around during the event itself, we would just see people out, heartbroken on the sidewalk looking at their homes as they're being destroyed right in front of their eyes.
Yeah, and one of the things about it is that even if the water gets out of there relatively quickly, the damage they leave behind multiplies because of the problems of mold and mildew.
Absolutely, yeah.
So what must folks do in order to make this report here in Indiana Borough?
So we are asking that everybody that has sustained any type of damage from the rain event to go onto our website. It's indianaborough.com or stop in Borough Hall. And we have forms available, flood damage report forms, that we are asking the residents to fill out, just asking simple questions like how many people live in the home, are you insured, and then getting on to information related to the actual event, such as was your home flooded, where was the water at in the basement and the first floor, and then asking to outline some of the appliances that were affected, and then if you do have any other appliances that were affected that are not on this form, Todd, we are asking that you just kind of write a little note. We're just trying to get the most accurate accounting of what was taken from people's homes and how much damage was sustained borough-wide.
People will wonder, do I need to get my insurance adjuster in before I fill this form out?
You do not. Well, as we were driving around, Todd, we were telling people to call their insurance company right away. This has nothing to do with insurance, nor does it have anything to do with any type of direct financial, gain or any type of borough support that you will get as a resident. So we are telling people to call their insurance company immediately. If you haven't done so, do it now, regardless of whether or not you fill out the form. So
yeah. Milt was explaining a little bit about the kind of aid that they are seeking, and how it really is. Even though we're talking here about Indiana Borough, he was talking about White Township. Center Township was talking about Center Township. It really gets all bundled together when you figure how Indiana County is able to apply for some assistance.
Right. Yeah, like I said at the outset here, the county has sent these forms out to the borough and I'm assuming to the township as well. Once we have all these collected, we're going to report them to the county, and they in turn will give them, I guess, to PEMA and to see if any funding is available from the state.
Brad Gotshall is with us from Indiana Borough Council. Met last night, and the subject of the building right across the street from us, the community center building, came up, and we have you on our news cycle this morning talking about how that process will unfold. And one of the items came in that there's a certain amount budgeted. The estimates from the contractors came in well ahead of that, much higher than that, and so had to try to figure a way to get the work done that needs to be done and bring the cost down. How does Indiana Borough approach that?
Yeah. Yeah, so as you mentioned, we have about somewhere around $900,000 sitting in the bank, ready to go for this project right now. The lowest bid came in at about $1.3 million, so well above that threshold. My recommendation last night to Borough Council was to simply go ahead and reject all of the bids and go ahead and bid the projects out separately. Because over at the building, the project bid included repair to the roof, repair to the masonry, fixing the doors and windows, and doing the fire escape. So a various list of items were looking to be touched. And of course, with that list of items, you're going to get only the biggest contractors that can handle all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So my recommendation was to go ahead and parse them out. So now this way, we're going to put a bid out for the masonry, separate from the bid for the roof, and et cetera, in hopes to get mom and pop contractors from right here in Indiana or surrounding areas. And my hope is that will bring the cost of the project down considerably.
So the way that it was formatted before, you would have to have a contractor who was capable of doing every aspect of the remodeling and the refurbishing of the community center building. This way, you can break it down into components. Somebody to do windows, somebody to do roof, somebody to do gutters and downspouts. So that probably is included in the roof.
Yes.
And the various systems that need to be worked upon.
Right.
And by doing that, then you can get contractors in who specialize just in that and perhaps attract a smaller bid than the entire big bid package.
You hit it right on the head, Todd. Yep, absolutely.
All right. So give us a timeline. How is that going to be bid out then?
Yeah, so last night a second motion was made to go ahead and allow my office to put the bids out, to start the bidding process. We're going to be working with our engineers to get the specs all together, and once they have that together, I haven't actually had a chance yet to call them this morning, but once they get those specs together, we're going to go ahead and make the advertisement to put the bids out. Hopefully we'll have a report at least to give to council next month or to Public Works Committee. Not sure if the advertising will be done by the next meeting, but at any rate, I'm sure council will want to have a special meeting or something to address it next month, as we are under a time crunch to have it done by the end of the year. So
that's really going to have to be fast, isn't it?
It's going to have to be fast, yeah.
So a different contractor for each of these aspects, but they might end up working on the building all at the same time. They probably will. Yeah,
and actually that is our hope, that we see no reason why the work can't be done at the same time. Obviously, some stuff will have to wait until aspects are done, like the windows will have to obviously wait maybe until the masonry is done, until all the repointing is done around the windows. But we hope to have most of the work being done at the same time. So
yeah. Now, where did the idea come from that breaking it up would actually maybe drop the cost? Did it come from actual conversations with people who said, I can't do the whole thing, but my company could do this or that?
Yeah.
Did you hear those kinds of comments?
Yeah, we did. It was a number of things. After we got the bids in, and we were kind of really stunned. We just kind of took the night to think about it, and I had the thought in the back of my head. But then after having conversations with the Public Works Director and our engineer and our solicitor, everybody kind of gave me snippets of what they thought, and we had a number of local contractors come in to look at the building, just not providing any type of quote, but after speaking to them, they really gave us a sense of prices that they thought would be accurate for the building, for the different projects, and putting them all together, it's going to be, I think, much less than what we got.
That's interesting, because I've talked with Dave Fairman in the past, and he said that the building's got good bones. It's got a nice skeleton that is good and strong. It just needs to be updated on both on the inside and the outside. But that work hopefully will still get done before the end of the year.
That's what we're hoping for, Todd.
Terrific stuff. Okay, Brad, once more for folks who want to make flood reports or need to get in touch with you for any other reason.
Sure. So they can go to our website, indianaborough.com, or stop into Borough Hall. We have them right at the front desk or down at the Code Enforcement Office as well.
Excellent. Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Todd.
You can get back and beat the rain now.
Thank you.
It is Indiana in the Morning, presented as always by First Commonwealth Bank here on AM 1160 WCCS and 101.1 FM.